IDB is poised to have a very critical, important role, and probably a niche and comparative advantage better than almost anyone to support development of PPPs in the region.
This is a very important topic. It's a challenging topic for an institution like the IDB. It is complex from many angles, technically, operationally, and politically too.
The other thing is how ready is the region to prepare these kind of complex projects, and we see that there are different challenges in different countries, and it's very diverse, even though the region has improved.
The most important part is actually have a clear strategy towards PPPs. In the country diagnostics, address what do we actually want to do.
The two principles of the merge out of one country representative, one country strategy give us, I think, the perfect context and to really work on what we've been calling informally country diagnostics that allowed us to identify what is the maturity of the institutional arrangement, what are the opportunities for the public sector side, and what are the opportunities for the private sector side.
At the operational level, the recommendation was, well, you currently already have a pipeline of projects, but you don't really know, is a PPP the best opportunity, is a public sector project the best opportunity? So we really need to have a value for money analysis.
We believe that the right approach is to first get the fundamentals right of the project. Is this project a priority? Is it feasible from the technical side, from the environmental? And then, if the answer is yes, look at the PPP as an option.
We need new financial products and also advisory products, where, as I said, we have almost nothing so far on project preparation, even though there is a big need.
So there has been a very active, I call it soft advisory work already going, which has been really a part of our investment strategy. And what's changing with this, as a result of this evaluation, is we want to structure our advisory work in a much more formal way. In the private sector, we also engage with private actors in creating new business models that can enable new forms of PPPs. And we have also trying to be sophisticated in where do we put our investment in a way that maximizes the risk allocation in PPPs.
In terms of the organization, what did we find? There were coordination units put in place on the bank side and on the IIC side, but we'll still have to see how well these are really working in practice to get people to work better together.
The new design of the two organizations help us in many ways. The fact that the country representatives are the country representatives of the two institutions also levels some of the incentives problem that also the evaluation mentions on a slight preference of going to sovereign guarantee operations over non-sovereign guarantee operations.
We think that the creation of the PPP unit is a great idea, and having it placed within BPC allows the bank to have a neutral view, always looking from the designing from the public sector side, but seeing first the project and then filtering them to the SG or NSG side.
Doing PPPs well, as many have said, requires a range of skills not available in any one unit in the bank. And so I think the approach to coordination that's being adopted in the merge out and in the new policy of the bank is spot on correct.
Another case that I think is very important is capacity building, and we have been having requests for different, all the spectrums, exchange of lessons learned. I mean, they constantly also want to know best practices, and I think to have the junior, the window will also help us to be more consistent on what knowledge we transmit. That so far, in my experience, has been very dispersed.
PPPs have failed everywhere, not all the time, but they have failed everywhere. So we have to be aware of this dangerous environment for us to preserve what is our main asset. As Felipe Herrera, the first president of the institution, always said, this is far more than a bank, and we have a reputation to care for. We have to preserve our reputation. We are committed to our public sector shareholders, the owners of this bank. And using this opportunity to attract private sector in a way that efficiencies in operation are give better opportunities and enable the government to do things that they cannot do otherwise.